Okay, so in this video, we're going to make a brand new Comfy UI workflow. One fun trick I love about Comfy UI is that you don't necessarily need to know how the application works to use it. All you need is an image or an output that you like from Comfy UI that was generated using Comfy UI. And as soon as you drag that output and drop it onto your empty space, you are able to see the workflow that was used. For this example, I've put a link in the description to a set of tutorials that I've been following for Comfy UI. And I'm going to now drag and drop the image that I've downloaded from that tutorial. So immediately I'm able to see the workflow that was used, and I'm able to study it to see how I could use it for future purposes. The first thing you will notice is the load checkpoint node. This is the node that controls your AI model, which you are able to download from open source platforms like Hugging Face or Civit AI. I could change this if I wanted, but I think it's adequate for the use case that I have, so I will leave it as it is. The next thing is the clip text encode, which lets me specify positive or negative prompts. In this case, a control net has been used in this workflow, and I'm able to apply that control net by loading a control net model, loading an image, which in this case is a depth map, applying the control net, and then that goes into my case sampler, which initiates the diffusion process. Simply put, the diffusion process is when you take white noise as your starting point and then gradually remove layers of noise until you arrive at an image. The K-sampler and the VAE decode work together to complete this diffusion process and give me an image that I'm able to save. The empty latent image is the white noise in this case that starts as the starting point for the diffusion and lets me specify the width and height of the image that I want in the end. The seed controls the point of randomization for the image generation, and I'm able to also control how many steps I want it to run for the latent noise removal and the randomize, as well as the sampler and denoising functions. At this moment, we're not going to be touching any of this. We'll leave them as the defaults. If you need to download the specific model used for the load checkpoints and for the control net, then I highly recommend following the tutorial from the Comfy UI database that I've linked in the description. Basically, all I need to do now is to upload my depth map and check if I actually like the prompts that I've used here. I think they're fair enough. And once I click on run, I start to see a green line highlighted showing the process. And in only a matter of seconds, I end up with an actual image that is useful enough for what I want it to do. So this is just a very quick introduction to what Comfy UI can do. Oh great, our image was done. And look at that, it kept the aspect ratio that I'd asked for. Because I've used the control net, it was able to retain the depth map in the control net and produce an image following the positive and negative prompts that I've specified.